If you enjoy this podcast summary, please consider subscribing and check out links in description for Apple Podcast and Spotify to listen 8 to 10 podcasts every week. Joe Navarro, a former FBI agent, shares his insights on human behavior and body language. He believes that understanding human behavior is key to making life easier and more productive. By being able to read people and circumstances faster, individuals can devote themselves to other things. Navarro has caught multiple spies, including an American who was selling military secrets to the Soviet Union. He emphasizes that body language is crucial because humans are born without the ability to talk, and we have to read nonverbal cues to communicate effectively. Navarro explains that body language is not just about interpreting individual gestures, but rather about understanding the overall context and valence of a person's behavior. He notes that when someone is positively valenced, they exhibit gravity-defying behaviors, such as emphasis, humor, and broad gesture. On the other hand, when someone is negatively valenced, they display restraint, furrowing of the glabella, tightening of the lips, and facial touching. Navarro also discusses the concept of synchrony, which refers to the harmony and mirroring of behaviors between individuals. He notes that synchrony is essential in building rapport and achieving success in various aspects of life, including business and relationships. Navarro suggests that people can synchronize with each other by mirroring nonverbal behaviors, such as hand gestures, speech patterns, and clothing. The conversation also touches on the topic of facial touching, including eyelid touching and lip biting. Navarro explains that these behaviors are often associated with stress and negative emotions, but can also be a form of self-soothing. He notes that facial touching is a hardwired behavior that is present from birth, and that it can be a way for people to pacify themselves in times of stress. Navarro also discusses the importance of the lips as an emotional seismograph, revealing a person's comfort and confidence levels. He notes that when someone is under stress, their lips become narrower, and they may exhibit behaviors such as biting or plucking their lips. In the context of negotiations, Navarro emphasizes the importance of effective communication with a person. He advises against rising to aggression or trying to dominate the other party, instead suggesting that one should take control of time to gain an advantage. He shares strategies for dealing with aggressive negotiators, such as slowing down the pace of the conversation and using visual aids to emphasize points. Navarro also stresses the importance of planning and preparation in negotiations. He suggests that negotiators should be aware of their body language, avoiding still faces, and instead using gestures like steepling to convey confidence. In the context of interviewing or negotiating with difficult individuals, Navarro shares his experience of walking into the room first and establishing dominance. He notes that seating positions can also play a role, with the goal of sitting higher than the other party to establish control. Navarro also discusses the concept of the Stockholm Syndrome, where individuals become subservient to their captor. He notes that this can also occur in domestic abuse cases, where the abuser becomes the dominant figure. The conversation then turned to the topic of handshakes. Navarro advised that a good handshake should have fingers down and equal pressure applied. He also cautioned against the Donald Trump handshake, where one person tries to squeeze the other's hand too hard. Navarro also mentioned that cupping someone's hand is not always well received, especially with strangers. He advised against typing on a device during meetings, as it can be distracting and take away from facial interactions. The conversation then shifted to the topic of exceptional individuals. Navarro believes that exceptional people are made, not born, and that self-mastery is a key trait. He defines self-mastery as the ability to take what is available and make it a part of one's life. Navarro also emphasized the importance of observation, citing the example of the inventor of Velcro, who observed the way burrs stuck to his socks and used that observation to create a new product. He emphasized that action is essential in creating psychological comfort, which is the most powerful strength humans possess. Navarro offered advice on how to manage a situation with a narcissist. He emphasized that narcissists overvalue themselves and devalue others, and that they are disinterested in others' personal affairs. He advised that when dealing with a narcissist, it's essential to be aware of their behavior and to set boundaries. Navarro's insights and advice offer valuable lessons on how to navigate complex social situations and build stronger relationships. By being mindful of body language, observing others, taking action, and creating psychological comfort, we can become more effective communicators and build trust with others. Navarro emphasizes that recognizing the traits of a narcissist is crucial in understanding how to navigate interactions with them. He notes that narcissists are flawed in character, lack introspection, and see themselves as perfect. They devalue others, often through yelling, being disparaging, or excluding them from important information. Navarro advises against trying to win over a narcissist, as it's impossible to change their behavior. He shares a personal anecdote about his experience with a woman who became blind at the age of 6 and went on to have 12 children. He notes that people like her, who have a kind heart and pursue good things, give him hope. Navarro reflects on his time in the FBI, where he dealt with traumatic events, including a serial killer case that still haunts him. Despite the challenges, Navarro remains optimistic, citing the importance of connecting with others and maintaining relationships. When asked about the most important thing he's learned, Navarro emphasizes the importance of connecting with others and creating psychological comfort. He notes that people are in the people business and that relationships are invaluable. He also shares his approachability and willingness to listen to others, which he believes is essential in building connections. Navarro mentions his YouTube channel, where he addresses various topics related to human behavior and psychology.
The host, Stephen Bartlett, thanks Navarro for his time and generosity, and Navarro expresses his appreciation for the opportunity to share his knowledge. Main learning from video.
Navarro shares his insights on human behavior, body language, and negotiation techniques. He emphasizes the importance of understanding nonverbal cues, such as facial expressions, posture, and hand gestures, to build stronger relationships and achieve success. Navarro also discusses the concept of valence, which refers to the balance or direction of a person's emotions, and how it can be used to read people's behavior. He shares strategies for dealing with aggressive negotiators, building rapport and establishing dominance in negotiation. Additionally, Navarro provides advice on how to manage situations with narcissists, emphasizing the importance of setting boundaries and being aware of their behavior. Overall, Navarro's insights offer valuable lessons on how to navigate complex social situations and build trust with others. By being mindful of body language, observing others, and taking action, we can become more effective communicators and build stronger relationships. If you are interested to listen to complete 11-minute summary and unlock detailed insights for each topic discussed in the video, check out Quick Podcast Summaries on Spotify and Apple Podcasts with free trial and later just for the price of candy. Happy listening.